Finally, a man who will need four-wheel drive, maybe not. Check out Kurt Osburn, who is mainly known as the Wheelie King. Beginning this morning at the Anaheim Convention Center, the King began riding on one wheel. He plans to ride like this until Saturday night at 9 p.m. in an attempt to set a new mark in the Guinness Book of Records. Aside from the record, the King is also wheeling for a good cause. He wants to bring awareness to the American Liver Foundation. The King's hero, stunt great Evel Knievel, is ailing with liver disease. All hail the Wheelie King, and good luck riding for the new crown. Good luck to him.
You ever tried to do that?
I have
not.
not.
You know how difficult? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Very
wouldn't.
hard.
Yeah.
All right, here's a good question.
11 hours on one wheel. But the question is why? We'll find out next in Live Report. You're looking at a live picture from the Anaheim Convention Center where this guy has just set a new world record as the new Wheelie King. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would anyone do such a thing? Well, it's all for a good cause. A self-proclaimed Wheelie King paying homage to his hero, Daredevil Evel Knievel, who's in desperate need of a new liver. Our Wayne Garcia is live in Anaheim with the story. Wayne, what's going on there?
Well, he has not only broken the record, but he has shattered the record by almost about 15 minutes by now. It's a record for wheelies. The old record, 10 hours, 40 minutes, and 10 seconds. Man, I can't do anything for 10 hours, but this guy has been on one wheel for that long. Why? Well, Michelle Geely has the answer to that.
His mother wouldn't let him ride his bike to school as a kid, so you might say Kurt Osburn is paying Dear Mom back big time.
He practices anywhere from 4 to 7 hours daily.
The self-proclaimed Wheelie King is spending all day and part of tonight glued to the super padded banana seat of his customized BMX bicycle, literally going in circles trying to set a new Guinness Book World Record.
No, the wheel cannot come down. If the wheel comes down, then the record's over.
Don't think this 29-year-old Fullerton man wasn't prepared for this tilted odyssey, which, if he does it, will last 11 hours. Strapped to Osburn's back is a camel pack supplying water. A food tray on the handlebars carries goo, a sports energy food. And the answer to that burning question, where does Kurt relieve himself? Well, in that little tube there. This morning, Kurt hooked himself up to a catheter.
We started at 9:13.
Guinness rules require there be 2 witnesses.
189.
One keeps track of every lap, and a camera records the whole thing. Osburn didn't want a crowd distracting him, but hundreds, maybe thousands, are keeping tabs on his progress in cyberspace. There's a web page devoted to the Wheelie King, which is streaming live video of this marathon ride.
You have a goal. It's a small goal, but it's your goal. It's Kurt's goal. It's Kurt's dream. And it's happening, and he made it happen.
Kurt wants to break this record and then some. He plans to ride this wheelie for 12 hours if the leg cramps aren't bad enough. And there's going to be some celebrating, no doubt, when it's all over, including a cake. Today is Kurt's 29th birthday. In Anaheim, Michelle Geely, Crime 9 News.
Well, let's take it back just a couple of minutes ago. This was at about 7:56 tonight. This is when he broke the world's record for doing a wheelie. Again, he shattered the old record of 10 hours, 40 minutes, and 10 seconds. And we understand now he's probably going to go just to about 11 hours. Just 11 hours, that's all, just 11 hours, which is about 10 minutes more or so. So we hope to have an interview with him coming up at 9 o'clock to see how he feels about all this. But again, this was to raise awareness of liver problems. His big fan of Evel Knievel. He hopes that somebody may be able to donate or help Evel Knievel with his problem due to hepatitis C. So it's got a serious side to this, but a lot of fun, no doubt. And again, as Michelle said, his 29th birthday. That's about all for Anaheim. Just about all, I should say. You know how we like to tease Carl. Carl was out here the other day doing a story to preview this, and kind of had a little problem when he tried to wheelie. So why don't you ask Carl about that when he comes up with his weather?
There is a perfectly good reason, Wayne, why Carl is not allowed near any of the sensitive, super secret equipment here at KCAL.
What happened, Carl?
Well, you know, I'm hoping it doesn't have anything to do with relieving himself, like the Wheelie King.
Yeah, no, it was... Oh, boy, yeah. Just to think that I almost got in the way of a world record. This close. Yesterday, I was out at the Anaheim Convention Center previewing, and there I am. And I thought I'd give it a wheel and a swirl, and Well, I came down a little too hard on his handlebars, and I cracked 2 weld spots on the handlebar. And, well, that weld spot was just snapped and completely broken. No, I did my damage there. All right, so that's what happened there as I was goofing around on his bicycle yesterday, but he was nice enough to let me ride it. And congratulations to Kurt this evening. Now, Texas.
And spends hours on one wheel of a bicycle. Just what's he trying to prove? We'll tell you all about it. Good evening.
There you have it. It's a kid's dream, lived out by an adult. 11 straight hours on a bike. Why, this is no ordinary ride, though. We'll have a live report for you.
His hero is Evel Knievel, the king of death-defying stunts, but he's in need of a liver transplant now.
That's what inspired him to perform a stunt on his own and bring attention to the need for organ donors. Our Wayne Garcia is live in Anaheim with more on the new world wheelie record holder.
Oh, Jerry, you know, there are some world records you can at least fantasize about, like swimming the English Channel or something like that. I mean, I can swim, but staying on a bike on one wheel for 11 hours, well, it was done here tonight. If you think this sight is a bit odd, we can understand that. It's not every day you see one guy on a bike riding a wheelie inside the cavernous Anaheim Convention Center. But you see, the guy riding the wheelie is Kurt Osburn, and he's trying to set a world wheelie record.
Well, he told me this is what he was going to do. He wanted to go for a world record. That's fine, you know, that's great, but there's other goals in life, other things that, you know, like earning a living type of a thing. But he's just persevered, you know, he's always wanted to be in the Guinness Book of Records.
To get into the book, he has to ride a continuous wheelie for at least 10 hours, 40 minutes, and 10 seconds. Each lap he makes is recorded on camera and then sent out live on a web page. This independent observer/nurse also records every lap.
We've had 500 hits on the webpage today, and we're getting things from people all over the country saying, oh, we're by our computer, we're watching it live, go man go, and you know, it's caught the fancy of everybody. You know, it's just neat.
But there is more at stake than a record. Kurt is also trying to raise awareness of hepatitis C and the damage it can do to the liver. It's Kurt's hope that this record attempt may even get a liver for his hero, Evel Knievel.
Well, anything we can do to raise awareness and maybe get someone to sign that donor card and be of help is going to help Evel or someone else down the line who desperately needs an organ.
As Kurt closed in, you could only wonder what he was thinking, staring at the same sights of this convention center over and over again.
What he tells me is that he doesn't really think about any one particular thing. He just kind of zones out. He calls it, you know, getting in the zone, and it's supposed to be like he's sitting in an easy chair, and he just takes it one lap at a time.
And then, working through cramps and a sore shoulder at 7:56 tonight, he broke it to the cheers of his mother and friends. And he didn't stop until he reached 11 hours even on one wheel.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I trained really hard for this. It finally happened. I just hope Guinness doesn't deny me on it.
So what is next for Kurt? Well, he is planning to wheelie across America. Don't bet against him. We're live in Anaheim. I'm Wayne Garcia, Prime 9 News.
Not going to do that. All right. You know, still to come here, a world record for riding on one wheel.
And it was set just a couple of hours ago, right in our own backyard. But there's more to this than personal recognition. The bigger message next.
Big Cats. He pedaled out to set a world wheelie record to bring attention to the need for organ donors. His inspiration, his hero, stuntman Evel Knievel, who is in need of a liver transplant. Wayne Garcia live in Anaheim now to show us how the wheelie rider did.
Jerry, we have it on good authority that Kurt Osburn popped his first wheelie when he was 7 years old. Well, he did it again tonight, and it lasted 11 hours. That was good enough for a world's record. If you think this sight is a bit odd, we can understand that. It's not every day you see one guy on a bike riding a wheelie inside the cavernous Anaheim Convention Center. But you see, the guy riding the wheelie is Kurt Osburn, and he's trying to set a world wheelie record.
Well, he told me this is what he was going to do. He wanted to go for a world record. That's fine, you know, that's great, but there's other goals in life, other things that, you know, like earning a living type of a thing. But he's just persevered, you know, he's always wanted to be in the Guinness Book of Records.
To get into the book, he has to ride a continuous wheelie for at least 10 hours, 40 minutes, and 10 seconds. Each lap he makes is recorded on camera and then sent out live on a web page. This independent observer/nurse also records every lap.
We've had 500 hits on the webpage today, and we're getting things from people all over the country saying, oh, we're by our computer, we're watching it live, go man go, and you know, it's caught the fancy of everybody. You know, it's just neat.
But there is more at stake than a record. Kurt is also trying to raise awareness of hepatitis C and the damage it can do to the liver. It's Kurt's hope that this record attempt may even get a liver for his hero, Evel Knievel.
Well, anything we can do to raise awareness and maybe get someone to sign that donor card and be of help is going to help Evel or someone else down the line who desperately needs an organ.
As Kurt closed in, you could only wonder what he was thinking, staring at the same sights of this convention center over and over again.
What he tells me is that he doesn't really think about any one particular thing. He just kind of zones out. He calls it, you know, getting in the zone, and it's supposed to be like he's sitting in an easy chair, and he just takes it one lamp at a time.
And then, working through cramps and a sore shoulder, at 7:56 tonight, he broke it to the cheers of his mother and friends. And he didn't stop until he reached 11 hours even on one wheel.
Been wanting to do this for a long time. I trained really hard for this. It finally happened. I just hope Guinness doesn't deny me on it.
And I want to make this very clear. This wasn't like those roller coaster records they have where they get to sleep in their own bed at night. They get to take a break every hour. This guy was on this bike for 11 hours solid on one wheel. So you can understand his first words when he got off the bike. He said, "Where's the bathroom?" We are live in Anaheim tonight. I'm Wayne Garcia, Prime 9 News.
Good for him. Thank you, Wayne.
Well, Kurt Osburn broke a world record, all for his hero, Evel Knievel. Photographer Les Rose captures the action.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle.
At the age of 7, a neighbor showed him how to do a wheelie. The BMX actually weighed 65 pounds. Kurt weighed about 40.
I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle.
This is a continuous attempt. When he started at 9:13, he cannot touch that wheel down again until after 8:13 p.m. this evening. One of the questions we're asked is, why is he doing this? It's just been a lifelong dream of his to be in the Guinness Book of Records, and then when the opportunity came to dedicate it to Evel, he jumped on it.
Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat?
I just recorded a lap that he has accomplished.
Is this exciting work?
Not really.
I would imagine one of the first things he's going to do when he gets off of this bicycle is head for the restrooms.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
And Kurt Osburn spent 11 hours on that one wheel. He broke the old record by about 20 minutes, and he did it in honor of his hero, as we said, Evel Knievel, who, by the way, needs a liver transplant.
And Les Rose did a nice job shooting that.
Oh, yeah.
Is this exciting work? Not really.
That's his mom, probably.
Good for Kurt Osburn. That's it for this edition of CBS 2 News at noon.
Have a good afternoon. Enjoy the weekend.
Bye-bye.
On Tuesday, cooling down a little bit. Finally, after breaking a world record, the last thing that this guy wants to do is to sit on his laurels. Yesterday, Kurt Osburn broke the record for the longest wheelie. He spent 11 hours circling the floor of the Anaheim pond, breaking the existing record by 20 minutes. And he did it, he says, to draw attention to the American Liver Society. Osburn dedicated his record to his hero, daredevil Evel Knievel, who is in need of a liver transplant. And that is going to do it for the three.
Also, a Southland man tries to ride into the record books on one wheel.
You're looking at Kurt Osburn, also known as the Wheelie King. Kurt got up on the hind wheel of his bike at 9 o'clock this morning in Anaheim. He did not come back down until after 8 p.m. tonight. That's right, Kurt did a wheelie for 11 hours and 11 seconds, a new Guinness World Record. Take another look. The stunt was performed live on the internet. And I know you're wondering, so Kurt, I'll tell you, Kurt wore a bag, so he did not have to stop for a bathroom break, or else you don't break the record. He said he dedicated the stunt to Evel Knievel, who is waiting for a liver transplant.
I was wondering when he had lunch and breakfast and
He
dinner.
didn't eat, did not eat during the whole stunt.
Okay. Thanks, Rick.
The man known as the Wheelie King went for a ride tonight, a ride right into the record books. This is Kurt Osburn. Since this morning, he has been up on one wheel at the Anaheim Convention Center. His goal, to set a new mark in the Guinness Book of Records for the world's longest wheelie. And tonight, he achieved it, going up on one wheel for 11 straight hours. He's also wheeling for a good cause. He's trying to raise awareness for the American Liver Foundation.
Well, early this week.
So how long do you think this guy can ride on one wheel? The amazing answer coming up.
But first, the amazing Rick Lozano.
Way to go. Thanks, Rick. Here's a different way to spend a birthday. How about popping a wheelie to set a new world record?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
His family and friends cheered him on as Kurt Osburn kept right on riding after reaching his goal of 11 hours. The old record was 10 hours and 40 minutes. Osburn says he's dedicated his ride to his gravity-defying hero, Evel Knievel, who, by the way, is awaiting a liver transplant.
Straight ahead right here.
And a Fullerton man is working on setting a new record for a wheelie. How far can he go? We'll tell you in a minute. Now at the Anaheim Convention Center this morning, a man with a mission to set a new world record. He is 28-year-old Kurt Osburn of Fullerton. Osburn